everybody, welcome to another video game challenge. Challenged by Darubka, who's with me, and Hanu's here too. And we are playing a platformer? A very special one. Well, it's not that special, it's just Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel, for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I love the art style of this, it looks really good.
Zero, the evil lumberjack. And there's a special cameo from Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic, in the background.
Yep.
There's a weird lore in this, like the Zero universe. Like, it was getting some training from this Hector guy.
Fucking is over.
Or was it? Are these guys? Well, I don't know. Was this guy in Arrow the Acrobat, or have you not played that?
I played it a little bit, but I don't know the lore really.
I played it when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure Zero is a bad guy in the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like,
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a Gargoyle's Quest situation, you know, from Ghouls and Ghosts, where you have like a villain become a hero.
Are you
did you
serious,
start now
game?
playing?
Are you serious?
Exactly what I was asking.
Here we go.
Yeah, cut it out and post. Now it's all. Okay, yeah.
Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel.
That was just a demo.
The presentation is so good on this, but like, yeah, I don't know if it was just my controller fucking up or what.
It could be the game.
I was having some.
Could be the emulator.
It's also it's been long enough. It seriously has been, I think, over 15 years or more that I last played this.
It's
So-
as well like you haven't played it then. I mean, you have played it,
Yeah.
but it's like so long.
There you found
ago
the flip buttons.
Okay. What is up with the jumping in this game? Is really not.
What is up with the jumping in this game? I'm doing a Seinfeld thing.
Go take that, you evil propeller head bastard.
Yeah, and if you press down and hit the attack button, that's when he does the nunchucks, and he'll do that as well when you run out of shurikens. So, which is weird. It would think with the Super Nintendo, there would be enough buttons that they would make the nunchuck its own button.
Yeah. Well, maybe they I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
They could have done like Castlevania, where the shuriken could be an R button or something.
yeah, the jumping's strange. Like sometimes you'll jump higher.
Did you? Yeah. Have you tried like pressing up while jumping?
Yes.
It doesn't do any difference.
Yeah, then it's the game. There's some weird mechanics going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that glide thing, you know, the way it works is obviously that you can only go up as far as you went down before, so that's why how
exactly,
that bonus area also worked. Yeah.
Yeah,
Down
quite
from
a
the
few
sky,
of
you
these
stupid
more
squirrel. Whoa!
quite a few of these more obscure platformers. It's one of the things that can get annoying is the jumping feels different, or floaty, or more, you know, like here.
Well, it's a bit. It's not even floaty, really. It's just a little, just very imprecise. So that's the.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my definition of floaty is a bit different, but you know.
But in a platformer, it's like where, you know, jumping is like the thing you do the most, so it had to be good. Yeah. The hit collision and jumping.
That's really funny because I actually just recently got a physical copy of Castlevania 64, and I've been playing that a lot. And that's a good point about the platforming because I actually like that game. Even though it is bad, but I think the biggest problem with it is that all the really shitty parts that are right at the beginning, like all the platforming is right at the start, and it's really bad. It's like judging distance is so difficult in that game.
But it's also a 3D game, so it's also.
It's not just that. It literally is like the fact, and I think part of the problem is like you can't control the camera angles, so you can't really like You just have to feel it out. Like the good thing is like there's a ledge grab at least, so if you undershoot the jump, there's still a little bit of recovery chance there. So yeah.
Yeah.
But that is probably the hardest thing with any platform. I mean, that's why they do like hours of Q&A, or used to do hours of Q&A on games like this. You know?
I mean,
because nowadays they release a game broken and then day one patch like a fucking 3 gigabytes to fix every fucking thing that's wrong with it.
Well, that's the I agree. It's really annoying because they rely on patching so much. Where back in the day, especially with console games, that was like there was patching even back in the day, but it was very rare. Computer games.
Yeah, I remember exactly one game. Like, even for computers, like, I would say, like, there's one game I ever remember that I had to get a patch because the game just wouldn't run otherwise.
Yeah.
And I already knew advanced. I don't know, I read it from somewhere, and I think even the game itself, like, told you to go, and it was Escape from Monkey Island. It had a patch because I guess some, like, acceleration cards didn't run properly, so...
Yeah, well,
obviously you don't have to deal with that if you get like the digital download version of it. But like I have the physical copy, and actually I installed it on my like old Windows 98 PC again because we were going to do a Let's Play of it, and then they released it on GOG, like just as I had figured out how to do it all. But yeah, that's the one I remember that every time I would reinstall it, I would always have problems like, why would it not like run? And then there's a patch. You have to install a patch, then it'll run.
But it's the problem is with that, it's that it's an older game, and older games can be a pain in the ass to emulate. I mean, sure, DOSBox has opened the gates for all the DOS games, but even there's still quite a few games that don't emulate properly or not at all. But very few now. They have been able to emulate everything. I
mean, the way they were probably able to accomplish that. I mean, I'm pretty confident that this is the case because I didn't even know this, but everybody knows ScumVM. But then then the same guys created Residual VM, and ScumVM was designed. I mean, it obviously kind of started off with a project to get all the old Scum games or LucasArts adventure games to run on modern PCs. You can't get up there from down here. You do have to. I think you have to make the long jump.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is to me where I do enjoy playing old games.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't finish the story. I just tried. Kaiser's just like derping here. For a solid minute now, and like, so that's why I said it. But yeah, so sorry. So they came up with so ScumVM. It started with the LucasArts thing, but then they expanded it to just cover all like 2D like adventure games. And then, somebody said that's great. Why can't they do that for Grim Fandango? And then they created Residual VM, pretty much just to run Grim Fandango. So. And I'm pretty sure that's what they used, at least partly, also in the remaster as well. And I think they eventually like worked it out so that it works with Escape, because Escape from Monkey Island uses like a modified Grim Fandango engine, but it's like very heavily modified actually. So that's why it didn't work right out the gates with that game.
Yeah. Again, that's the thing you have to deal with when you play older PC games, is emulation. And also playing console games, emulating it, there's a lot of different issues. A lot of it has to do with, of course, the graphics card and that they use older software, like older DirectX and stuff. So there's a million.
Yeah, can you try on the ledge if you do the backflip? Well, you could do that. You almost made it, but you could also try doing the backflip and then the jump. Remember, the backflip, it's 2 buttons. One goes left, the other one goes right. So try to do from the edge. I meant that from the edge of the other sandbank. Do like a. No. I meant like. Just do the backflip and then the jump in the air.
wave it like you just don't care.
It's actually the feed is stuttering a little bit for me. I can't see what you're doing.
For me too. As long as it properly records on your end.
Oh, see that? The friggin' jump there. He jumped high enough there, but he.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think you've done it yet. That you do the backflip off the edge of the other sandbank and then do the rolly jump at the end of it. I mean, it may not work, but that's what I was trying to say. I might have said it badly.
Oh!
No, don't do the. I didn't mean the slide, but just do the backflip and then the jump. You're not doing the backflip.
It's not working.
Off the edge of the sandbank, and no, the other sandbank, the one this one's opposite.
Nope, doesn't work.
No, okay. I love it that on my Let's Play we end up getting too many extra lives, got too many levels in my view, and then here we are stuck on the level 1. No, sorry, level 2.
Yep. Well, that was
Again,
the whole point
it's
of
the
this
bloody
platform
jumping.
challenge. Yeah, there's something off with the jumping then. It has to be the game.
It's inconsistent because sometimes I jump really high.
Well, there's a reason why there's no zero to Kamikaze.
I mean, I do think it's slightly influenced by your momentum, so have you tried to get a running start from the other sandbank? From the top of the other sandbank, I meant.
Yeah, the water slows you down.
Yeah, I do think it's a bit difficult to even get, like, jump at exactly the moment you want. I think it's a bit finicky.
You like the music, it's a very 80s, like, 90s thing.
Yeah, that's the main thing I always remember, because it's one of those soundtracks, because I played it as a kid, like, once in a while, like, I have that tune start playing in my head.
Yeah.
So...
It fits it.
It's so weird. It's so weird because...
Oh man, I thought you made it. It's not gonna work that way, I think.
What the hell?
Oh my god, that's a glitch in the Matrix.
I signed corrected. What do I know? I'm an idiot. Apparently, you just had to try it 500 million times and then it worked eventually.
Oh my god, that is bizarre.
The jumping is off as well, like, it has to be. You gotta cut the cord with the shuriken. Maybe, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, how you went through all that trouble and you didn't even get on the cloud. It's weird how there's no boss fight in this, like, first area at all, but then there was, like, multiple ones on the...
Well, maybe they want to make it simpler here. So
Yay!
learn. It feels like...
Yes, on to the castle.
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah, this reminds me of another game. Well, basically, I really love the aesthetics of this game. I kind of wish that the gameplay was a little bit better, honestly.
Yeah. Chris!
Hey, Kaiser, what do you call a man with a seagull on his head?
I don't know, Davey.
Cliff!
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
What do you call a man with a shovel on his head?
I don't know.
Doug!
Oh my god.
Did you like that joke? I got another one. I got this great story about butter. Wanna hear it?
What? That's the bonus room Hande was in.
Yeah. I got this great story about butter. You wanna hear it?
Sure. Turn it out.
I don't think I should tell you. You might spread it around.
Oh my god. Pain.
In case people are wondering, did I just lose my sanity or something? Like, no, that's a reference to an older Let's Play me and Kaiser did. That was Simon the Sorcerer 2.
I actually played through the first one a couple of months ago.
Nice. Yeah. That was a good one. It actually reminds me a lot of the first King's Quest.
Sure,
it's very similar.
Yeah, I think they were heavily inspired, but they have their own take on
it.
Still like
the second game's a lot more linear, but yeah, I like the second one. Also, Simon sounds completely different in it, which is neither here nor there.
I mean, you know how it is with voice actors and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat that one pretty quickly.
If you can get the same one, then it's good, but you know.
It's otherwise like all the same crew, and they do have some of the same voice actors. Like Calypso actually has the same. Well, Calypso barely appears in the first game, but he's also the owl in the forest who gives you hints. So
the owl is great. The owl is very
yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, I think flick flock is just it's a gymnastics term. It literally means when you go. What do you call that? The vertical pole when you go like around it, spin around it. That's called a flick flock.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Vertical, not horizontal. No, yes, sorry, horizontal, not vertical. You're right. You are correct, sir. I am the fool. So I think these things like they eat you up if you bounce on them too many times. That's what happened to me that one time.
Feed me,
It's
Seymour!
really weird.
Feed me!
Wait,
That was weird. I did not remember that they did that, but yeah.
Did you push down, Hanu?
No, I didn't. And that's another thing. Like I was pressing the jump button, thinking that would give me more air, but apparently you just have to keep jumping. You don't have to press anything. You just have to keep. You got to keep on it. All right, now it's the boss fight.
Good luck.
Yeah, so like I said, it's so weird. Like the soundtrack of this always plays in my head, but it's the same thing as Mega Man X3 because I played that game for like a total of a day or two when I was a kid on the original Super Nintendo. But like all the songs on it, like immediately like were imprinted in my head, and like years after, like I remembered those songs and was I was downloading the midis of them.
Well, if the soundtrack is good, then it can even be better than the game. Mega Man usually has great music, so...
Yeah, and X3 is like I will say, the first X game is like, I think objectively the best game of that series, but like X3 is a very close second place for me.
Yeah, I heard
even though...
There we go. Take that, crap man.
Yeah, sorry, what were we saying?
What the hell?
This is the other dickish jump. This is where I got stuck. Yeah, sorry, Narupka, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just said like that. I heard that this Mega Man X sequels weren't as good as the first one, but
there's a lot of good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones. Like I like X3, X5, X8's actually a good one too, and well. Well, me and Kaiser are definitely two schools of thought on this. I actually like X7 a little bit, but I will admit it's a very clunky game. It's very, very clunky, but I have a lot of fun with that. A lot of people like X4. I'm not a big fan myself.
X4.
I don't really care for X2.
Oh, well, you said sorry, X4. Well, you said Gex for a second. I was like, what?
No.
But yeah,
I talked about that.
X4. I mean, a lot of other people like that game, and I'll say that I think that's actually it's a surprisingly easy Mega Man X game for such a late entry in the series because that's one that I could actually recommend if people want to get into Mega Man X. Like that's actually a good starter game. But X6, that is like ungodly. That is terrible. Like honestly, as you know, as bad as the DOS games are, I actually think X6 is honestly worse. So you know.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's not fun. It is absolutely unplayable garbage. So you know.
Right.
Because the DOS games are clunky too, but like there's fun there to be had. Like I played through the first DOS game. I have not played through X6. I doubt I ever will.
Jump! I could have made that one.
Yeah, that was the one that I got stuck on. Yeah. This is frustrating. Yeah.
Oh!
Like I did eventually. You seem to be able to do that. I wasn't able to do that little floaty thing. What was that thing you did? What button did you press?
That's the secret. They want you to do some kind of.
I just kept on mashing the shoulder buttons.
Yeah. The secret button. You must press the secret button. Sorry. That came to mind because no, it wasn't the secret button. It's the magic button. The magic button was the one that Lewis Hamilton hit in the Azerbaijan Grand. What does this button do? Yeah, the magic button was the button that Lewis.
Didi, do not push it.
Yeah.
Omelette du fromage.
Oh, you know about that one. Oh yeah, those are great episodes.
I watched it. I watched the early episodes. I didn't watch everything.
Oh!
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, I
Yeah.
think I know what the trick might be.
Our mom doesn't really watch or care that much about cartoons, but except maybe Disney movies. And then Dexter's Lab. She seemed to really like that one. Like there's a lot of jokes in that.
What the hell?
You made it. Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Well,
Okay, in this next part, Kaiser, be very, very careful. You do not want to go to the extreme left and, there's a pit that'll take you right back to the beginning.
Yeah, I don't have the extra lives that you had.
Yeah, no, but it's just more that you don't want to... You'll just have to climb all the way back up. Yeah. Which is funny, I had a similar experience earlier today, actually. I recorded an episode of where I was playing Aqualung's Mega Man Maker levels, and he had one of those levels where you, instead of falling into a pit, when you fall into a pit, you instead of dying, you end up at the earlier part of the level, which in my view is worse than dying.
Yep.
Oh, propeller head.
Yeah, it's very weird to me that they just decided to make a regular enemy into a mini boss like this early in the game.
Is Mega Man, because I saw you talk about the Mega Man Maker, is that an official Capcom thing, or is it like a fan
No,
maker?
that's a fan thing, and it's been around for a couple of years. It's still updated and things. So, and Aqualung started this thing called Mega Man Maker Monday, where he plays levels on there.
Yeah.
And he's played several that I've made, and then we did a special episode just recently where we actually built a level together. And I did play that, but I was actually more curious to try against other levels, and I've discovered that he's a lot more dickish with the level designs than I am.
Yeah.
Like seriously, there were two I couldn't finish. I played 4 and 2 I couldn't finish.
Well, you are finished, so.
Oh gosh.
Oh, he's feeling a bit
Hey
I
man, you
fucking-
do bad jokes, I could do bad jokes.
Yeah, I fucking hate people that when they hear that I'm finished, they make a pun about that. That like, because it's not
Dude,
even like
dude.
that funny.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
it's the
Hande
same
may be
thing when I
finished.
said- when I said-
Hande may be finished,
But
but
I'm
the Rock is
hungry.
feeling a little
I haven't
hungry.
eaten yet. Exactly. That's the thing, is the hungry Hungarian thing
Yeah.
is the same thing.
Yeah,
I know your pain.
I think that's really dumb too. I think that's really dumb
Bitch.
too.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll stop. That was a bad joke then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, And these guys are really like blowing me around.
But I had to do it once. I had to do it once.
Yeah. There is that one that was kind of stupid. That one is also stupid, but I do think that was kind of funny. It's like, oh, are you finished? Yes. Go back to the line. Go back to the end of the line. Why? Because nice guys finish last. Yeah.
I just wanted to give you back some of the bad jokes you've been doing. So.
Yeah.
This wind is strong. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's been having too many beans.
There we go.
His wind is strong.
Yeah.
There we go. Take that, propeller heads.
You can say like, you're hungry for greasy turkey. You can say.
Oh boy.
But you can combine it, right? You could say like, man, I'm hungry for.
You know what? That's
turkey,
one of my favorites.
Really
Yeah. Now that you said it, you know, it's actually one of my favorite stupid jokes from the 1960s Batman movie. It's when what kind of people are always in a hurry? Russian people. Russians. Correct, Robin.
Correct, Robin. I got it
right.
Right into those bird things.
They were like turds. They weren't birds. They were more like turd things.
They're eggs where only the legs have hatched. So they remind me of that guy from that egg guy from the thing that was also on Garfield. What the hell was it called?
Yeah, the Animal Farm. I know what you mean. Animal Farm.
Yeah.
Right? Or Orson's Farm. Yeah.
Yeah, Orson's Farm. Yeah. I don't remember what the egg guy is called.
I don't know either, but I always liked them. It was great.
Yeah, I do. It's a nice little side feature, kind of like with Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats.
Well, a lot of cartoons had like 3 little episodes, vignette, right? And it was like two regular episodes of the main character. And
I think you went a little too far. I think you just backtracked a bit.
Kaiser, you gotta stop. Yeah. You went too far, man. You went too far.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yep.
No, just yeah, you probably already know what I mean. Is that they would have a separate cartoon in between 2 episodes. That's a common thing they would do.
Yeah, it's and also with the Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. I honestly think the Cadillac Cat segments were just always more interesting. Although that might just be because of Cleo.
Okay, right.
Do you remember Cleo?
I don't even remember.
The female cat?
Yeah, because it's Riff Raff is the leader of the bunch. Then there's Mongo. God damn, what is the Riff Raff, Mongo. Then there's the guy who's rhyming all the time, who's on the roller skates. Hector was the other guy, but I forget the roller skates guy's name. And Cleo was Riff Raff's girlfriend. She's the hot cat with the what do you call them? The leg warmers. The 80s leg warmers.
Right. But yeah. Hanu, speaking of cartoons, have you seen the first trailer for the new He-Man cartoon from?
I haven't watched it, yeah, but I'm waiting for the thing to come out. Oh, no, are you falling back? Oh no, yeah, be careful. Did that... left Kaiser.
Kaiser, I didn't even notice how you got 4 lives.
Yeah, he fell into a hole and had a 1-up in it.
Yeah.
You were going the right way, Kaiser, but... No, wait. Was it... Oh, was this the stupid room? I think there's a path up somewhere at the top where you have to make it. This was... Yeah, there. You have made it here, okay. I guess you just fell down a pit. And this level is really frustrating because... because you can so easily, end up back where you were at the beginning. I hate... Yeah, this is hands down my least favorite level so far in this game.
Is that your favorite level in total, all games? What's your least favorite level in the game?
Least favorite level? Probably all the ones in Mega Man X6. Like, that's the thing that makes Mega Man X6 so bad, is the levels, they all have shitty gimmicks. Well, almost all. A couple of them are decent, but, No, that's the way, you don't want to go down there.
Is it too hard gimmicks, or what? Or just stupid ones, or what?
Well, let me give you examples. There's 2 levels where there's constantly something being bombarded at you. Those are the beetle level and the Maginian level. I think some kind of bug, I don't know. There's one level where there's acid rain constantly draining your health until you blow up these little orbs that briefly end it, and then when you get to the next segment of the level, you have to destroy those orbs again.
Ah, okay.
And
that sounds bad, yeah.
Then there's this level where the ceiling comes down constantly. And if you touch it, it doesn't matter like if it doesn't crush you, just touching it with your head will kill you.
That's weird.
Then there's an ice level.
Even if you're at even if you're at full health?
Yeah, no, it kills you instantly. Like you have to, and you know, in X6 and X5 you can duck down. So in those places, you have to duck down. And you can't get up until the ceiling has cleared the space that your character takes up. So there's that. There's an ice level where you can't wall jump, which is like the #1 thing about Mega Man X that makes those levels like navigatable. So in that one, if you fall into a pit, you are dead. You can't like catch onto the wall and climb back up like you can in every other X game.
Yeah,
and yes, and then my absolute least favorite. Okay, I guess this has to be my least favorite. This is like not my least favorite level in just a Mega Man game, but in like any game, it's the fucking Phoenix level. It's the same fucking mini boss fight like 6 times. There's this like junk, this circle of junk that you have to destroy.
Right.
And the whole level is just that. You destroy it, you make it through a door, and you do it all over again, just in a different room. And twice with lava following you, so which will kill you instantly if you fall in. So
right.
Yeah, that fucking level, like that's just fucking.
That sounds like AIDS, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a one-off of that game if you want to see exactly. Although I didn't do a very good job. Weirdly, the level with the falling ceiling, I don't think I did a very good job of demonstrating it. I didn't really get up to the really dickish part. Because there's a part where you have to air dash through like a little opening as the ceiling goes up and down, and you don't even get a lot of time to do it. So that's really the hardest part of it.
Right.
How's it going, Kaiser, by the way? So sorry, we've been talking here in the background.
Okay, I'm starting to get tired anyway, so I'm not really in the talking mood.
Yeah. So I didn't like in Donkey Kong Country, there's the one gimmick where, you know how in every level they always throw a new gimmick at you, or like just add the gimmicks together, but there's a level where you have the light switches turn on and off. That one's annoying.
No.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that one in yeah, that's in DKC 1. Yeah, I remember. That's one of my least favorite levels as well. Like it's DKC 1 is very rough going in, and DKC 2 is difficult. But I don't know. I just like that game so much that it doesn't bother me. 3 had a couple of dickish levels, but generally 3 is a lot easier than 1 or 2.
I played through 1 and I played quite 2. I feel like 2 is harder than 1. It's still a good game.
In some ways it is, and one of the things I think definitely does do it is the way you have to save games. Because you have to get a couple of levels in every world, unless you go back to the previous world and save.
That's something I don't like either. Because, yeah,
that is annoying. Like, as much as I love DKC 2, that is something that always frustrates me about it. The whole save mechanic, yeah.
Yeah, I just use
especially the final levels. I do agree that some of the final levels are really dickish.
Gotcha.
But it is, yeah. I guess I would generally agree with your assessment that it is a more difficult game.
I think.
But you
that's
could play as
the reason
Dixie
why-
though. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
No. That was I was just saying. Like, I do agree. It is a more difficult game, but at least you get to play as Dixie, which slightly makes some parts of the game easier. But yeah, it is still
The
a really
floating
difficult.
mechanic. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that 3 is then easier because they felt like we're gonna make it a bit easier.
There's that partly probably, and also just the levels in general I feel are shorter. There's a couple of harder ones. Once you get far enough into the game, there are a couple of like very decently challenging levels. But yeah, overall, yeah. That was the first DKC3 was the first Let's Play we did with Minna, and I have terrible PTSD from the from the climbing level where you're climbing on a fuse. So basically, the rope is burning up as you're going up, and if it reaches you, basically like it's game over for you. And I think I got stuck here for a hot minute as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first thing that Minna did, it was Minna's turn to play. We started that level for the very first time. The first thing Minna does is go down on the rope, gets killed, and screams so loud that I seriously, I think she was sitting to the right of me, so my right side ear just completely locked up because of that.
Oh wow.
And I was laughing, but I was also in pain at the same time.
Ear was ringing and shit.
Yeah, it's like, because she was not expecting it at all.
That's crazy.
Oh, I
Jump
figured it
scares.
out. It's a bounce jump. It's a bounce jump.
Okay. Is it like you gotta?
Keep mashing at
I
it.
mean, bounce jump.
You have to keep mashing
Okay.
when he's falling so we can do the second jump a bit hard.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good to know. All right, now comes these statue guys. I don't know what the hell.
I just can't.
So nunchuck 'em. Yeah.
Wow! There we go.
Yeah, you made it. Yeah, it was super easy. Yeah, when I realized that it was the
the
nunchuck, I was trying to do the fucking somersault on them, and that
Yeah.
you end up taking damage that way more easily.
Isn't this the level where you died next?
Coming up next is the level where I died. Yes.
Yeah.
Or where I gamed over. Yeah.
That face though when he wins. So funny.
Tunnels.
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 These are very yeah. Those rock formations look awfully the same as in Maui Mallard, the Donald Duck game.
Yes, they do.
That's weird. I didn't even think about that when I was here. But I wasn't here for very long though, so.
Oh look.
I love the walkway sound effect that when you're on it.
Yeah, that one's cool. But I do like
It actually does sound like it could have come from Donkey Kong Country. All right, dive test number 4.
Oh, die!
like,
Now the stakes are extra high. If you don't make it, you fucking die.
It's death test number 4.
Oh shit! I've only got one chance. Oh!
Nice guys.
Nice. Yeah, you've made it. You have officially made it farther than I did. So yeah, well done, Kaiser.
See if there's any.
Although you did get stuck on that sand for a long time.
Sand. I hate sand. It's so coarse.
Yeah.
That line.
It's really funny to me, like how the prequel movies like have now just have become like a total meme.
Yeah, but the funny thing is they're still better than the new trilogy, which is amazing to me.
Oh, died in the bonus room. Well,
All right, that's
my
game over
run.
time.
I beat Hanu. Yes.